put it into context of what it's like being in the press pack, if you like, and you know yourself. I actually get quite a big I get a big portion of my camaraderie fix that I miss from being in the military, actually being in the press pack.
Yeah.
Right. So everybody's, you're all wet, you're all tired, you're all hungry, right? And you all need the loo because you've been stood outside court for 8 hours, but you can't miss the shot, right?
Yeah.
So it's a very, very kind of uncomfortable lifestyle, similar to the military when you're on stag or you're on exercise, whatever. So there are similarities there. It can be very, very miserable in that way, bad weather and all that sort of stuff, and also the hours are atrocious sometimes. But what keeps you going and what keeps you interested and everything is the people around you, and that very much is the same way in the military, right? And I get that from the press pack because everybody's miserable at the same time, everybody's laughing about the same thing, everybody's telling shit stories and shit jokes, So there's a very I like the camaraderie of it all. And as a military person leaving, actually, you bring a lot of that to bear instantly. Yeah. So you can come into a group of people that you've never met before, and you can generally get on well with everybody because you hold yourself well. You know what it's like to be miserable, cold, wet, and still stay motivated, and everybody likes that. So that's definitely something like your personal attributes in that way is something you can definitely bring to the fore in order to get things done and get along with everybody that you spend a lot of time with on the road.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, just sort of professional kind of bearing and being able to stay on top of your kit and making sure everything is squared away all the time. You're reliable. There's no point in turning up with only half your batteries charged and then you're not being able to stand on a doorstep with your camera, on for 6 or 7 hours.
Exactly.
So all of that is kind of, it gets a lot of behind the scenes appreciation, I think, because there will be other people. It's easier to shine that way because there will be other people there that haven't rocked up with all their batteries charged. And although they think they can get away with it, actually it's always noticed.
Yeah. Or the guy who turns up and he's not got a card in his camera because he hadn't bothered sorting it out before he left the office. That sort of thing.
Yeah, all of that. Yeah, or not hasn't got the right microphones. I was working with somebody the other day who will remain nameless, but I've got to be careful what I say. But basically, was doing lives on location and just using the top mic on the camera or the top light and the top mic.
Right. Oh my word.
Yeah. Admittedly handheld, but your correspondent doesn't want to hold a mic when they're doing live. They want it on a light stand, and all of that sort of stuff. And just kind of going the extra mile and making that extra little bit of effort definitely goes noticed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it can bring quite a lot being in the military, even though you might not have that you might not have that civilian portfolio instantly to prove that you can do the job.